Good morning, Ekoji. Welcome to our Sunday morning service. My name is Ed Sams, and I will be your service chairperson today. We are grateful for your presence. The service is being live streamed on Zoom and YouTube. On the Naijin today is our resident minister, Reverend Nariaki Hayashi. Joining him is certified assistant of Shimokaji. Our main priority is keeping our Sangha a safe place to hear the Dharma. Although we are very happy to see each other, please be mindful of others' comfort levels. Please keep in mind the following policies. Please keep your mask on at all times. We are allowed to chant along with Reverend Hayashi since we do wear masks. Thank you for understanding. If you're new to Ekoji, you'll find in the back of each seat pocket this laminated guide, which will help you through the service order and answer many questions you may have regarding the service order, as well as the history and the essentials of Shin Buddhism. Reverend Hayashi will now lead us in opening meditation and recitation of the Nembutsu.
Meditation provides a cause that prepares our mind to receive the Dharma, which is teaching. Please place your hands on your lap, lower your head slightly, close your eyes, and release tension from meditation. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Please find the laminated sheet in the service book in the back of each seat pocket, and we will now sing the Vandana T Sarana, the three refuges. Please rise. Please be seated. Please turn to page 39 in the service book, and we will now chant the Juice again. This morning, the Dharma message will be given by Reverend Hayashi.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Sunday Dharma service. Before I begin my Dharma talk, I just want to inform all of you that there has been one change in the service. So we prepared 2 incense pots. So we used to have just 1 incense pot, but the line tends to be so long and it takes time. So we placed 2 incense pots. So when you come up, at the end of the service to burn incense, please make 2 lines and approach mindfully to the incense pot. And I just wanted to remind all of you that when we burn incense, it is also a very important moment to reflect on basically 2 universal truths taught by Buddha. So one is impermanence, and the other one is interconnectedness. So, so when you pick up the kernel, you can feel the form of the kernel, but once you place it on the charcoal, it turns into smoke. So this teaches us that everything changes. So, the star moves due to universal gravitation, the season changes, the cell in our body changes as well. So it teaches us that, everything changes. But, people tend to take change as a negative aspect, but in fact, it's not, because it has another aspect that, if everything is on, is everything keep on changing, it means that, nothing is set. Everything has a potential to change. And that is why we're able to have this in-person service. So, when the COVID hit, we were unable to have, in-person service. But now we are able to have an in-person service because life is impermanent. So the other aspect of interconnectedness is that when you reflect on the amount of ashes, that's the amount of people who have been burning the incense before you. So the other aspect is interconnectedness, that when you burn, please try to reflect on the amount of ashes, because that is your interconnection. And I think these it is very important for us to reflect on those universal truth as we burn incense. So then gradually the truth becomes us and we become part of the truth as well. So when we burn incense at the end of the service, please reflect on those universal truths when you burn incense. And to begin my Dharma talk, I want to share a story about a Shin Buddhist minister who is also a Buddhist scholar. He's actually a well-known Buddhist scholar, Reverend Dr. Shoyu Hanayama. Dr. Hanayama graduated from Tokyo University in Japan, and he holds a PhD in Indian philosophy. He taught at State University of New York, at Seton Hall, at Tokyo University, at Sophia University. And he also gave lectures to the Emperor of Japan. And he also published over 30 books on Buddhism and Shin Buddhism, and he translated many books from Japanese to English and English to Japanese as well. So he made a tremendous contribution to the world of Buddhism. For all that, Dr. Hanayama was very intelligent, very knowledgeable. There was one thing he had trouble with. He always struggled with explaining to the Dharma school kids the meaning of Namo Amida Butsu in simple terms. This was especially a problem when he was serving at one of the Shin Buddhist temple in this United States while teaching in the New York area. There came a time when he had to return. He had to move back to Japan. On his last day of Dharma school class, he said to the kids that he taught many things to them and had them recite Namo Amida Butsu every week. But he wanted to apologize to them because he felt that he had been unable to teach them the full meaning of Namo Amida Butsu. Then a 3-year-old in the class, he raised his hand and he said, "Sensei, I know what Namo Amida Butsu means. It means thank you, Buddha. Thank you." Dr. Hanayama was impressed and was overwhelmed by the kid's answer. He says, "There is no more splendid translation than that. Because we adults inevitably rely on our intellect, we cannot make such a brilliant discovery. Indeed, Namo Amida Butsu means thank you, Buddha." I think Dr. Hanayama is right. Children can do things that adults cannot. It would be wonderful if we could return to the children's innocent and pure vision of the world, but I wonder if that is really possible. In Japan, the expression of a red colored glasses has a different meaning of seeing things your own way, seeing things the way you want to see. We all tend to see things through colored glasses, that is, with a biased view. In Buddhism, it is said there are 5 groups of desires in the world. Desires arising from the forms the eyes see, from the sounds the ears hear, from the fragrances the nose smells, from tastes pleasant to the tongue, and from things that are agreeable to the sense of touch. To live is to take in informations from the senses. To use the 5 senses in this way is our nature as physical human beings. However, Buddhism also teaches us that our self-oriented tendency that we all have deep within ourselves impedes us from seeing things and everything in it as it really is. We tend to see things the way we believe it to be or want it to be. So we always see things with our colored glasses. Therefore, our 5 senses do not actually give the true reality, but illusion. There's a Buddhist story about 2 guys traveling who came out of the woods, and they encountered this gorgeous castle. One guy said, "That red castle is beautiful." And then the other guy said, "Are you blind? That's a blue castle." And then they started to argue until Shakyamuni Buddha came, and they decided to, talk about that issue. And then the Buddha replied, "That is neither a red castle nor a blue castle. That is a white castle. You see it red because you're wearing your red colored glasses, and you see it blue because you're wearing your blue colored glasses." What is true of our sense of sight is true of our other senses as well. We hear the way we want to hear, we taste the way we want to taste, we feel as we want to feel, and smell the way we want to smell. Indeed, this is our nature as human. To grow up is to gain confidence, endurance, and to be sensitive to others. But at the same time, as we age, we learn to judge, to criticize, and to be biased. Thus, it is inevitable that we see things with our colored glasses. The point here is that we may not be able to remove our colored glasses completely, but we can realize that it is there. That is, we can understand and become aware of our limitations and our imperfection. However, understanding our limitations and imperfection doesn't mean to deny your individuality or the dignity of your individual. It means to understand your full humanity. To understand your full humanity. Understanding our full humanity means to understand that if we have positive aspects, we also have the negative ones. We prefer to see only our positive aspects and ignore the negative ones. But positive is always based on negative, and without negative, there's no positive. So to understand our full humanity means to understand and embrace both our positive aspects and negative aspects we have within. When our humanity is realized, then we can see that each and every one of us are not that different, regardless of our race, gender, high and low rank, and even age. Thus, we are all connected on a much deeper level. So the realization of our imperfection self transcends human division. And this is the power of Buddhism. Please join me in Gassho. By reciting the Nembutsu Namo Amida Butsu, we are reminded what makes our individual lives even more meaningful, and we are also reminded the Dharma in times of need. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
It is now time for the ritual of Shoko, the burning of incense. This is a time to quietly contemplate and reflect on the impermanence of life. A shoko involves drawing incense from a shared bowl, and we understand that individual comfort levels may differ. We offer this option to those who are comfortable doing so, but note that this ritual, of course, is not required. We invite you to come forward to the front table, offer gasho, and should you wish, place any dana, which is our offering of gratitude to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha in the bowl on the table. Dana is selfless giving and is used to support Ekoji's facilities, temple materials, our service books, and important programs and activities. To gasho, this is an onenju, is to place our palms together through the circle of beads and is an expression of gratitude. By doing this, we welcome into ourselves the three treasures of the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. If you are new and would like to participate but feel unsure about the steps involved, a Sangha member, Molly, in the back near the doors, and Eric Ishii, wearing okasas, will be able to help you and accompany you and walk you through the process. Please approach mindfully, and once finished, please return to your seats via the side aisles. Hand sanitizer is available on both the left and the right. Reverend Hayashi will lead us in closing meditation and recitation of the Nembutsu. Just a few announcements. Weekly meditation continues on Thursday evenings at 7:30 p.m. here in the Hondo, hosted by Frank Swithers and Roger Scott. No registration is needed, so come as you are. Join our Dharma discussion group following the service. Just book a chair over at the computer, and you can join everyone who's here as well as on Zoom. Planning for Abone 2022 is underway and your help is needed. The next committee meeting is scheduled for Saturday, April the 30th at 8 a.m. in the Ekoji Zoom room. Your attendance is greatly appreciated and will ensure you play a leading role in this fun community Sangha event. Please visit our volunteer sign-up page for additional details. And a sincere thanks to all who helped with hosting our open house yesterday. It was a wonderful time and dare I say, a huge success. Attendance was excellent. And Ekoji was presented to the public with great compassion, thoughtfulness, and sophistication. We shared Shin Buddhism to those who came as best we could, and will host future open houses, hopefully on a quarterly basis. And the cookies were great. Also this afternoon, there was a movie discussion group at 2 p.m. in the Ekoji Zoom room. Forget the title of the movie. Andrea? From Stress to Happiness. I need that. Okay. Also, the sound bath meditation last night, or Friday night, excuse me, I guess was wonderful. I didn't attend, I was working, but I hear it was great. So thank you to everyone who hosted that and participated. Also, thank you to Mr. Yamashita, who is here from BDK, Buko Dendo Kyokai, our benefactor. And it's an honor to have you again. Thank you. Our ministers, assistants, and lay leaders will be available to answer any questions you may have about the service or Shin Buddhism, and they will be present in the foyer outside the Hondo following our conclusion. Please feel free to approach them. That's it.
Namo Amida Buddha.
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 Namo Amida Buddha. Namo Amida Buddha. Thank you. Have a wonderful pollen-free day. Maybe.